Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hello, welcome to the Thursday KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
What'd you do?
Drop the camera.
Well, that didn't take long, huh?
That might be a record.
Thumbs over here.
Pretty impressive.
It was.
Wow,
Right.
you got right on the destruction.
Monkey thumbs.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, baby.
Okay.
Better than ever, too.
Got an email here from Chris B. He said, hey, I love the update on Johnny Ferrari. Thank you. I just had hip surgery and I got a temporary disabled parking permit. Maybe my first outing should be to go to the restaurant when he is there and back my car to the space as close to his driver's side door and then call the police.
Yeah, I got confirmation. He's still parking like a douche, and he goes later in the day.
Okay, so me, Denny's, and Suits were talking. We think I have to go there with the camera and shame him, like the shaming videos. Wait till he comes. I mean, have that be a mission of the day. I am there solely to get Johnny Ferrari on camera shaming him like they do in those videos.
Well,
do you guys hate that? Or do you
No, I
No.
love it.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Somebody
great.
needs to shame him and knock him off his high horse.
He's threatening Kevin. He's parking in handicap spots. Fuck this guy.
He's threatening the mole that we have.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
This guy's a douche. We found him on social media, and yes, his
We did?
name is on social media Johnny Ferrari
Oh,
with like
then-
some numbers in there.
Yeah, and
but
his
it's set to private.
and his profile photos is Ferrari.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it. Oh, this is working out oh so sweetly. I love it.
I mean, this guy, if anybody should be brought down, it's this douche.
He tried to run Kevin over with his car. Did he not?
Yeah, no, well, what had happened was, we were walking, I was walking in with the family. And we were kind of like a little bit off the side, but we were kind of, crossing through, and I heard, brum, brum, brum. I'm like, oh, what is this guy? Like, he was trying to tell me, get out of my way.
Right. You were in his way.
Yes.
But guess what, asshole? Pedestrians have the right of way.
Yeah.
You dick.
And so then I saw this guy, and he goes, and we stepped aside so he'd have more than enough room to get his shiny Ferrari right by us. And he goes, vroom, real fast. And he goes, and it zips right into the handicap spot, backs into it. And then I'm like going, wow, what a douchey handicap person. And then I saw him spring out of his Ferrari with his buddy, and they look like,
Able-bodied.
He
very
did.
able-bodied.
He sprung
Oh, he
out.
did, absolutely, yeah. And he goes right in the first little gate right there to the Twin Peaks. I'm like going, how's that guy handicapped?
He's not.
And I was just like, what an asshole.
Oh,
and then it kind of like went in, and he's like trying to mack on the waitresses and all that kind of
Because
stuff.
they really want to lay with his wrinkled dick.
Yeah.
Well, he also like has a boat, I guess, and takes like some of the girls out.
Oh, okay. So Virginia has done some
Yeah.
major.
I've done some recognizance. I've been investigating during the break between the normal show and the podcast.
Do you want in on this this shaming?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh! If I bring Vicious V with me, this is an unstoppable duo.
Someone might go to jail.
Well, it'd be fast. I'd like to just have him answer the question. Be like, why do you park in handicapped spots?
Why do you think you're so entitled?
Right. Why do you think that whatever you're doing is so amazing that you deserve to do that?
You're going to get a cheeseburger. Slow your roll, douche.
The reason why I didn't want to get involved earlier is because I'm like, all right, he's a douche, but maybe one of these days he's gonna realize it. Confirmation after he was called out for doing this. His rebuttal was, "Well, heads are gonna roll when I find out who Kevin is." So fuck this guy.
Well, no, he wants to find out like who
the mole is.
Who the mole is.
and
he wants to get the mole fired at the restaurant.
Yeah, or just find out who the mole is and be like, well, how dare you?
But no one takes him serious.
How dare you give information to this radio guy about me so he can shame me on the radio?
Just as I suspected, after investigation, I now know nobody takes him serious. They all think he's a douche.
Yeah.
He's not
of
getting
course.
anybody fired. No
Yeah.
one listens to him. In fact, they all laugh at him behind his back.
He
Sure.
couldn't get anyone fired because he's in the wrong. That's why this fight is fun.
But just that he would say that, just that he would say heads will roll.
Yeah.
You deserve to be taken down.
Well, that's just what's amazing. We were talking about this earlier. It's the weird trait of the asshole douchebag who will do something that is like unbelievably rude, and then when you're like, hey, I mean, come on, really? Like the girl whose dog was pooping in the airport and she didn't clean it up, and somebody's like, you're going to just like leave that? And then she flips them off. And it's like, that is the trait of the double douchebag asshole, is that they will do something wrong, and instead of like being apologetic, like, you're right, sorry, I shouldn't do that. No, they go one step further, and you can't even believe the response they have. Instead of being like going, yeah, I am kind of an asshole. No, I just think they're blind to it.
Or even just admit, hey, I'm sorry, I did an asshole thing. I shouldn't have done that. And if people have a little bit of humility, that goes so far.
He just, and it's you can't believe, but some people really do believe that they are above other people.
Yes.
And their life's mission is to spit on those people and to step on their face and say, I am great,
It is
and you
something.
are not.
It's a weird psychosis.
It's weird.
Yeah, and psychosis is probably the right thing, because
Yeah.
I think I honestly think they're mentally ill, and you don't like them, but I really think they might be mentally ill.
Or if someone just never put them in their place, and because I've
Maybe.
seen people like that. They've gotten everything they've wanted their entire life. No one ever steps to them because
Yeah.
they've had a little bit of money or status, and people never put them in their place. And if you don't correct that behavior, they'll run all over you.
You're right.
Yeah.
We need to check this guy.
Oh, it's so weird. I'm so hungry. I'm in the mood to go. Where are we going? We're going to. I just want to make sure that I get the right restaurant.
You said the wrong restaurant earlier. You're like, we're going there. We're going to Double D's. We're going to find that guy. I'm like, nah, it's not Double D's.
Wrong restaurant. My heart's in the right spot. Brain's not there.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes on to say, yeah, I would love for him to tell me that heads are going to roll.
Heads are going to roll. You got to be kidding
Yeah.
me with that.
I think it's time to go out and do our
That
thing.
really made me upset.
Yeah.
We haven't taken it to the streets in a minute. I think it's time.
By the way, testa di caso is slang in Italian for dickhead. There you go, testa di caso.
Testa de caso.
His behavior is inexcusable. While my situation is temporary, many people it is not, and they rely on getting up as close as possible to the establishment.
Of course.
And I thought Boca was the land of entitlement. Apparently, it's more widespread throughout South Florida.
Yeah, this guy seems very Boca.
Thank you for continuing to bring this to your audience and championing this issue. Y'all rock, KVJ. Grateful to KVJ and Boca. Chris B. There you go.
Spread the word.
Oh, we will be.
We're coming for you.
I just need to know how often he goes. I don't want to stake out if he was only there once a month. Is he a regular?
I don't
Yes,
know. I had
he's
seen,
a regular.
I think he is a regular. And I had seen him. It was a Sunday afternoon that we were going in there.
He sounds like an afternoon fly.
He's
no, he's there later in the day now.
Oh, he is.
Ah, okay. I like this shit.
I've already got all the info. All we need is a plan.
Horrifying when she's not on your side, but if you got her, man, she is very valuable.
Yeah.
This guy's going to get it.
Well, let's not make, let's not. Well, what my issue is the whole thing. He's now threatening Kevin or threatening heads are going to roll, and he's still parking in a handicapped spot.
Yes.
He's in the wrong. Let's just document his wrong. That's my only goal to do.
It'd be great if we could get like 10 people that are legitimately handicapped and just have them all sit around his car and wait for him to come out.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
That'd be it.
I mean,
Just be like, hey, we parked about a half mile away.
if we want to work this out, let's make this real theatrical.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's do it.
That'd be a good visual, wouldn't it?
That'd be a great
We're the
visual.
ones that really could use this spot.
Yeah.
Where's your handicap again? You look pretty able-bodied to me.
Yeah, you're
And
leaping around, hitting on waitresses. We see you.
Where's your handicap placard, license plate? Yeah, why are you on this spot?
Hitting on waitresses.
Yeah, he offers to buy them watches and stuff.
Yeah.
Watches.
Yeah.
He likes to gift them expensive gifts.
No, this is so fun.
Meanwhile, they all know he's a turd.
What a fun summer project.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Let's see. Got Sheila on here. She feels like today in Read My Lips, the Jaybird and Denny's were robbed. She said the
How?
only reason the Jaybird was after the buzzer on saying G.I. Joe toys was because he repeated G.I. Joe toys. And what Suits was hearing was him repeating G.I. Joe toys, which was after the buzzer, but he had started it before.
Interesting. Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry. Suits is the final word.
Oh, come on, dog. We were on the same side. So quickly it
The
turns.
truce is over. Back to
See,
war.
She's not on my side anymore. Horrifying.
Got Michael here with an idea. It's the 4th of July, and I can't tell what I'm hearing outside. Living in West Palm Beach, and it's storming out. Game to play, thunder or fireworks.
That's a good one,
It
yeah.
was going down like that.
Lightning or fireworks too, because it was just like flashes in the black sky of light, and you're like, was that lightning or was that fire?
I mean, technically, if you really want to, you could do firework, thunder, and gunshot. You really can.
Yeah, to me, I think it was gunshot. I mean, that's what it sounded like. I mean, it sounded like shotgun gunshots that were going off in my neighborhood, like boom. I was
We've
like,
definitely
wow.
heard gunshots before in our neighborhood.
That's horrifying.
Because
Because you know people do that. They shoot guns off in the air.
Totally.
And those bullets do come down somewhere.
Or they're just shooting at somebody.
Or they're murdering.
Like I said, honestly, yeah, if you were ever going to cap somebody, that would be the time to do it because the cops would probably be delayed. Be like, oh, wait, is it fireworks? Let me just try to work this through. And that's just delaying
That's
time.
terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be like a hitman's paradise.
Good time to fart, too.
That wasn't me.
I'm sorry, too many hot dogs.
You should love fireworks. Your hot dog eating ass.
Why do those fireworks smell like hot dogs?
Well, Panda usually falls asleep with the TV on, and so, but something happened with the bad weather. It knocked our direct TV offline, so it was eerily silent in our bedroom,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
could really hear the hot dog farts without the TV to muffle it.
Hot dogs.
Would you wake up and peek? Oh man, I hope no one heard that. Or are you at a point now? If you have a hot dog, if you fart on Panda, you're like, whatever.
No, I'm not at that point. He
Okay.
is. He'll just fart whenever. But I do. If I fart and he hears it, I'm shame filled.
Do you ever get mad at Panda for farting too much? Is there a level of farting he can go where you're like, all right, dude, close it up?
Well, I would never be mad at the fart. But here's what Panda does. He'll like pull his knees to his chest and roll on his back like an upside down turtle. And then he'll fart, but he'll do it like really extra loud. And like dramatic and
See, in my family, you got a party thrown for you if you're doing those kind of things. I mean, that's just a well-crafted fart.
it's a fart show.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's well scripted and everything, huh?
The children love it.
Of course. they do.
That's really who it's for.
Ugh, sounds so gnarly, though. Hot dog farts.
Oh.
A hot dog fart show.
And let me guess, you throw a couple deviled eggs down that pie hole of yours.
Hopefully, I know I did.
Hot dog! hot dog, hot diggity dog. Now we got ears, it's time for cheers. Hot dog, the problem solved. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
I don't know that song.
That's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme.
Is that
Yeah.
going to get a kick off the internet?
I don't know.
Oh, is it?
If we get kicked out by the hot
10
dogs-
seconds. Well, we get 10 seconds, right? Something like that.
It's fun. Don't get us kicked off for that.
The hot dog song got us silent.
But it's so fun.
It is fun.
To make fart noises during that song.
I have never heard of that.
Let me see. Jay Money from the Fort said, V, the people don't want to see you doing the upside down bikini look. We need it.
Oh, I forgot to do it. Mm-hmm. I need to go do it.
You really do.
I really forgot.
Go get him, farty.
Try not to be too turned on.
Hot dogs over here is gonna.
Hot dog farts is going to do her hot bikini photo.
In my bikini picture, I will be holding a hot dog.
Don't. Hashtag be cool. That's a dick move.
So you won't know what to do.
Melissa sent an email about her creepy kid. She's caught up on the ATS and heard you guys talking about creepy kids. And I just had to share that when my then 5-year-old daughter said, Mommy, when I was 16 years old, I worked at KFC. My name was Sarah, and a man killed me with a gun.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, that's all.
And she was a little kid?
She was 5.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, my God.
How would she even know, like,
Right.
KFC? and
Right.
Shoot me with a gun.
That is so creepy.
That is very creepy. You'd be like, okay.
Oh, my God.
Thanks for sharing. Wow. That's weird, huh?
Yeah, when a kid gives you specific information and you're like, all right, what are they talking about?
She's giving details of a robbery and murder.
Yeah, and if it checks out, if that does check out,
We have to look that up. Did anybody named Sarah, who was an employee of a KFC, die at the hands of a burglar with a gun?
all right, that sounds like an easy thing to look up. I'm doing it.
Got this from Josh. Said, hello, all. You were talking about the dating married a step-sibling on yesterday's show. How did Kraybird not link that situation with the movie Clueless? No
Oh,
wonder.
yeah.
Yeah. No wonder Jaybird has trouble with the No Name movie game. Keep up the amazing work. Oh, can we get more suits and the hair on the show? All right. There you go.
I love more suits and I love more hair.
Ponton's got a suggestion for Victims Galore Part 2. Says, listen to the show a couple days back, and y'all talked about Victims Galore being one of the best bad movies. I got a plot idea for Victims Galore Part 2. In the movie, Virginia show tanks, and she learns the error of her ways. She wants the show back and uses her witch's power to bring Jason back to regular size, sorta. She now makes him 5'7". She brings Kevin's suits and Denny's back to life, but as zombies. Public outcry causes her to get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and is given the electric chair. But she comes back to haunt the now KVJ show and uses Magnolia as her minion. Mags brainwashes Cannon, and those two start their own reign of terror under Ghost Virginia's direction. Unfortunately, they can't kill Denny's, Suits, or Kevin because they're already zombies, but they do try.
Is Joe Ponton smoking a lot of pot?
He said, here's the question for Denny's. Am I high?
I was gonna ask, what is he smoking?
Yeah.
And I'll have what he's having.
Yeah, I fucking love Ponton.
Yeah.
Oh, Ponton's coming to Cocktails and Karaoke tomorrow.
Can we turn this mother out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or what? I
Yeah.
want to I want to make it all happen.
I think he and I are going to Uber together from Tequesta with his wife, and then we'll come pick you guys up.
And I know I am reaching for the fucking stars here, but what does it take to get one Kevin Ralston shirtless at some point? Like the old days, baby.
Just
Nah, I
bring
wish I'd-
scissors.
yeah.
I will cut his shirt off of him against his will.
You really can't get mad at her because it's an amazing prank. I mean, if she was to actually do that,
I'll make sure to wear my worst shirt.
Wear a shirt that you don't like, because I am going to clip that bitch.
I mean, I don't think you can get mad at somebody if they successfully cut off your shirt while you're on stage.
You get to pick. I do one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
I either cut it or I light it on fire.
To me, I think cutting a shirt and it actually falls off and like, what the fuck just happened? I think that's an amazing feat.
It is. It's pretty awesome.
Let me see. Sean sent an email about K-pop, but not Kevin Pop. Can you guys watch the K-pop documentary? It's 20 minutes on Netflix's show Explained. If you find it interesting, I think you find a way to weave it into the show, or Jason will be
K-pop?
inspired for a new song.
What's K-pop?
K-pop is Korean pop. There's a band that got a big old hit. They're like, what is it, BLS or something like that.
I like me
it's kinda
some
like-
Korean stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like a boy band stuff. BTS is the one song that they have,
And they're
or the group.
They're king shit of fuck mountains right now.
There's a couple according to this website. These Korean pop. Yeah, apparently Korea's kicking out the boy band stuff. And since America, I mean, we really don't have any boy bands that are like young and fresh right now, right? Because I mean, One Direction's done, and the other ones are man bands.
Have no fear. The boy band is never going away.
No, I
It'll
know, but yeah,
always be around.
there's not an American version of it right now. And
No,
so,
there's
yeah.
not.
That means they're making it happen right now. They're
I think that's-
priming the pump.
I think that's what the K-pop is all about. It's filling the void, but they're coming from Korea. So yeah, you got BTS is one, EXO, GOT7, 17, 101 is these. But yeah, that's pretty much what you'd expect. My gosh, this one band has like freaking 7 dudes in it. My God, what does everybody do? Is somebody like the chef? Like, I mean, what are
I
you
thought
doing?
Menudo was like that.
What are you doing? You got 7.
He sings, but he also makes the food.
Like, what? Why do you need so many damn people?
That's in his contract.
All right. Got this email here. Said, hey, want to start off saying, love you guys. Listen, since I was in elementary school. Been dating a guy for a couple of months, and I've fallen in love and hard. He's my first boyfriend. I'm bi, and I came out because of him. I fell in love so hard that I did not care about turning my life upside down for him. He's everything I ever wanted in a partner. I started a relationship by prefacing how important communication is for me. I'm tired of secrets in the relationship and not saying how you really feel. He agreed shortly after. He admitted to me that he was an addict, but has been sober for years. I told him I did not care about his past, but who he is now, which is an amazing, smart, successful person. He has a good job, makes good money, an amazing moral compass, and he truly has a good head on his shoulders. Well, recently I was staying at his place, and I decided to help him with doing laundry to surprise him and do something nice for him. Well, in the back of his closet, I found a tall boy of Bud Light, 4 Budweiser cans, and a bottle of wine, all empty. Now, he never had an alcohol problem, and we have drank together numerous times, and he was always able to control himself. He even told me before the first time that we went out that he has never had a problem with alcohol, and that if he did drink, I wouldn't have to worry. Like I said before, I have never had a problem with him when we do drink together. But I can't help but to think it's weird that he hid all of this and that he has never mentioned to me before that he drinks without me. I know his roommate is in recovery also, and he doesn't want him to know he drinks, thinking he might enable him. Just let me know if I'm overthinking this or not, and if I'm not, how do I bring it up to him? I did kind of make it obvious that I was in his closet to put stuff away, and I want to see if he brings it up to me himself. Your input would be awesome.
I mean, maybe he's just throwing him in there because he's lazy. He didn't feel like walking to the trash can and having his roommate see him. Mm-hmm. If alcohol is not what he had a problem with, then I don't think you should come down on him because he has a few empties in his closet.
Yeah, well, you don't know what the motivation is. He might truly be trying to hide it from, his roommate.
The roommate,
That might
right.
be it. Yeah.
He totally doesn't want the roommate to know that he's having a drink. And people do that. They have a drink in their room alone, and it's fine as long as that wasn't what got him in trouble.
I talked to a guy before who had a really bad drinking problem when he was like 21, and he had a problem from like 21 till he was like 22 and stopped drinking. He's now in his late 40s, and he says he drinks, but he drinks responsibly, and he says he's okay with that. He never brings up his past because in his heart he knows I'm only going to have a few drinks. And he goes, I never get into the semantics of this kind of stuff because some people will say you have to always say once an addict, always an addict. But I know that I'm only going to have a few beers. I'm not going to make it a thing because that's how I choose to kind of go down that road. Everybody is different.
Well, I think everybody's got kind of their own standard on, what the gateway is. To me, I think that it becomes an issue when there are problems in your life. You're driving drunk, putting your life and others' lives at risk. You are lashing out, being violent, missing work, family responsibilities, things along those lines. To me, that's when it's like, okay, your alcohol and your drinking is causing some serious problems.
Your PUD is only working half function. That can happen. That can happen.
Whiskey
Limp
dick.
PUD.
Yeah.
Limp dick. Yeah, whiskey. I mean, whiskey dick. I think isn't it? It's still hard. You just can't
It's a legit ailment. Yeah.
finish.
Really?
Yeah, I think limp dick and whiskey dick are different. I thought whiskey dick was you just couldn't come.
No, I think whiskey dick and limp dick are the same
They
thing.
are.
Yeah, it's just like your dick's not going to get it done.
Oh, okay. Learning.
Yeah. So that's my own.
But what do I
personal.
know? I don't really have a dick.
Clinically, I'm sure they would say I was wrong, and you could probably put an exact number on how many drinks. If you drink this many times during the week or have this many cocktails, then you're an alcoholic. I don't know.
This conversation's spawned at least 15 hate emails.
Yes. But yeah, for me, that's where I would finally talk to somebody, is if that were the case. Let me see here. Jess from Allentown said, I've waited to see if you guys would have mentioned what happened with the brutal murder of the 15-year-old boy from the Bronx. It was a case of mistaken identity, and honestly, it has shaken a lot of people up. He was murdered by a Dominican gang called the Trintarios. There is video all over showing the attack as it happened. The store owner is said to have not helped. He claims he did. I was just curious on your thoughts on this. I'm not really familiar with it. I hadn't even heard of it until your email, Jess.
I know the story pretty well. Yeah, they thought they were killing somebody else, and it had nothing to do with why they were mad. There was some beef they had with something where a guy had sex with somebody on video or something, and was bragging about it, something along those lines, and they stabbed him, I think in the neck.
But it wasn't the right guy.
It wasn't the right guy at all. But the only thing with the clerk, if he sees 7 gang members outside with weapons,
what are you supposed to do?
What the fuck is he gonna do? Hey, stop that, guys! Be cool.
I don't think that anybody who's unarmed should be expected to step in and help somebody. Now, if you have a concealed carry permit, and you have a weapon, and you have the ability and the opportunity to help stop a crime, then yes, you should step up as a good human. But if you don't have a weapon, what are you going to do?
Well, the other thing, too, is it happened.
Think of 7 guys?
Well, it happened quick. I mean, that's what people don't walk outside of their house expecting to see a random stabbing.
Thank you.
So when something like that goes down, for some people, not everybody, some people will be able to jump right in there and go, stop that. But for some people, they probably don't even know what's happening because it's so surreal for them.
And the clerk knows these guys are so brazen, they're going to stab somebody in the middle of his store. What's to say he won't come over there and stab you?
It's easy to judge somebody when you're sitting behind a computer. And I'm not saying that about the person that wrote the email, but I saw other people saying the same kind of stuff. You just don't know what you're going to do. And
you can't judge somebody for how they'd handle it if they don't have a gun on them and they're not trained or in law enforcement.
Well, you weren't there. You don't know. Maybe the guy didn't see them stab him. Maybe they saw 7 guys talking to it. Like, you weren't there, so to be able to know every detail of that moment, it's kind of insane.
To do that, yeah. And I mean, gangs have been doing awful things for a long time.
They usually don't stop when you say, hey, guys, knock that off.
Yeah. They come over and stab you.
And your family members.
Yeah.
That's just messed up.
Terrible story.
Yeah. Got an email here from Elizabeth. She said, hey, I just want to send you guys a big hello from the country of Georgia.
Oh, the country of Georgia.
Yeah. I arrived here about 2.5 months ago as a U.S. Peace Corps volunteer. I just finished my 11 weeks of training. Will be officially swearing in tomorrow as a volunteer. I'll be in the country for 24 more months and will definitely be listening to you guys throughout my time here. I want to thank you guys for keeping me connected to back home and for making me laugh during stressful days here. I've been listening to you guys since about middle school. I'm almost 30, and you've been a part of my daily routine since then. Put me on the KVJ show map.
Yeah.
For the country of Georgia.
Love it.
That is pretty crazy, huh?
Where is that?
Georgia, it's right above, it's right next to Alabama.
Jaybird's on it. As usual.
Just kidding.
My half-brother did that Peace Corps thing. Remember that story I told you? He was working for the Peace Corps in Africa and got attacked by a pack of wild dogs.
Really?
Yeah. Some villagers saved him and
That's crazy.
somehow got the dogs off of him. They said if he would have fallen to the ground, now luckily he stayed on his feet, he's in good shape, but if he would have fallen to the ground, he would have been done for. This pack of wild dogs would have killed him.
I hear those wild dogs will fuck up your world. I think they're more dangerous than some of the other shit you would think is dangerous.
It sounds horrifying.
That is crazy, right?
I haven't really seen him. I'm going to see him in a couple of weeks. This will be the first time I've seen him since he's come back from Africa.
So are they different types of dogs, or are they like dogs that we have, but they are just been in the wild the whole time and they're insane? Or are they a different breed?
They're probably a little wolfy.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay, they're wolfier.
They're probably wolfier, I would imagine.
Because if you just had regular dogs, like the dogs we have, if you just let them just live off the land and you never train them and you kind of, they're just fucking wild dogs, would they start being mean and eating people?
I don't know. Great question.
Yeah, never know. It's crazy. Africa's a whole different, animal. I mean, we here in the U.S. are, we got problems. Oh my gosh, it's just there's some places in Africa that's crazy.
We are blessed to live here.
I was talking to my cousin yesterday. And he's got a friend that lives in South Africa. And he said, "Oh my gosh," he said, "it's just a mess there right now." Yeah.
What's?
Well, there's like 3 different like major factoring groups. You have the whites that had been there, and they were, formerly British and had run South Africa forever and were in charge of apartheid and all that kind of stuff. And they're called the Afrikaans. And then you've got the blacks that are there. And then I think he said there's a third group that's called, they call them the coloreds, and they're a mix between the whites and the blacks. And apparently both the whites and the blacks are like, they're useless. Like so they have like no power and they don't take them seriously. And he said it's weird. Like they'll get up and they'll kind of like in groups, the coloreds will kind of like walk around. He's like, ignore them. It's just kind of like what they do. They're trying to get attention. And
what?
Yeah. And he said that a lot of the blacks are coming on and just killing the white farmers. And taking their farmland and stuff like that. And he said it's chaotic.
Who
is
this guy? Who's this saying this to you?
It's my cousin has a friend that is there. Wow. He's a white guy. And he said, because I was talking about somebody was telling me how beautiful. He said, it's the most beautiful country on like planet Earth, South Africa. It's gorgeous. But it's just so messed up there right now. And it's kind of lawless. It's like, that's crazy. Can you imagine going to a place like that?
That's scary.
Yeah. So you're these Peace Corps, and they're in some wild places. So I mean, all we got is assholes that park their Ferraris and backwards at titty bars.
Doesn't seem like that fight's.
It doesn't seem like that fight is really anything.
Yeah.
When you compare
when we all bring it full circle here. Wow. Yeah, it's just got a different stuff, man. It's a crazy world.
It is, and it's so big, and there's parts you're never going to see it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. Let me see. Got text here said, I was curious when you guys are going to debut Denny's Peace Train beer. They're going to be selling the T-shirts with it, too. And also, would you consider bringing back all beer T-shirts? The Vicious V, the Dickie Rants, Full Gorilla.
I would like a Full Gorilla shirt. Those are nice.
Guess what? They've been ordered.
Cool.
Yep.
They have?
Yep. They've been paid for and everything.
I think I want to get like a deck of cards with Virginia's face on them.
I want to be the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, I mean, you are. You're the queen.
Denny's beer is going to debut at a beer fest on the 21st, so a couple more weeks.
Do you happen to know the percentage on that? A few people have asked me the percentages on like the alcohol contents on Denny's beer and mine. Did we ever, or are we still working on that?
We're still working a little bit on that, Well, closer to Beer Fest, we'll know all the specifics.
Interesting. I love it.
Yeah. I would guess, because it's going to be an IPA, probably be between 6 and 7.5%.
Oh, fine choice. For Denny's?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice. It won't be the super high end, but it'll be, right in the middle, pretty much.
Love it.
Yeah. So it'll be good stuff. So looking forward to getting that out on the market for everybody. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. In fact, in the next couple of weeks here, we're going to have a whole bunch of cool little beer podcasts we're going to be putting up that you can check out. Some of the different brewers are going to be there, so you can find something out about the beer. And so when you go to Beer Fest, coming up on the 21st, you'll be like, oh, that's right, I saw that. Yeah, so learn a little something about it.
We're doing a beer podcast.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
baby.
like it.
Keeping it going. So just check out the KVJ Show YouTube channel for that. Make sure you go subscribe for everything we got on that puppy coming up. Just go to YouTube, go to the KVJ Show, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.